Hey everyone, hope you're well. I wanted to dedicate this lesson to a lick I got from Martino, who I think is one of the greatest guitar players ever, really, and a great human, great artist who is not doing very well right now. He's been struggling with some health stuff for a while, and I'm going to put a link actually to his GoFundMe at the description to this lesson. So if this lesson touches you, if you love his music, if you want to help out a great person, go and give whatever you can. It'll go to a great cause. Okay, without further ado, here's this really awesome Martino lick. I'm gonna play it, then we're gonna talk about what it is, how it's built, and then we're gonna talk about different ways to use it, right? So, an A flat. As I'm playing this, I'm thinking A flat is a terrible key to discuss a lick because of all the sharps and flats. Well, no sharps, there's flats, all the incidentals. So let's do it in A minor. Okay, that's the lick. One more time, a little slower. Let's talk about what it is. Right off the bat, you get this really cool moment where he encloses the minor third, right? So instead of going up the scale, meaning he doesn't do that, he encloses the C. Now he puts the third, the minor third, on a strong beat. I don't know if you saw the other lesson where I talked about enclosures, but basically that's a great device, putting strong chord tones on strong beats. So the minor third is basically as strong as you can get, arguably, and he waits to put it on the third. So right, we spoke about the first beat and the third beat being the strongest in terms of outlining a chord. So he's going 1 and 2 and 3, right? It just screams minor, right? And from there he continues up to the ninth in an arpeggio. So he's going A, B, D, B, C, and then he goes up to the arpeggio, E, G, B natural, sorry. So C, E, G, B. Then puts the root, the A, right on the strong beat again, right? Right on the downbeat. Then from there he goes all the way up the scale to the fifth. So A, B, C, D, E, right, the fifth. Once he hits the E, he jumps up a minor third to G, and then goes down the scale. So F sharp, E, D, C, B. Now check this out. If he would continue here and just go down the scale and hit the A would end up on the upbeat. So again, in true Martino fashion, he inserts a chromatic note, and what that does is it buys us 1/8 beat so that the root, that the A could actually land once again on a strong beat, and he does it masterfully. So check it out in terms of the time of where the lick is. He goes. See how the A landed on the downbeat? One more time. Beautiful. From there, once again, he continues down the scale. G, F sharp, E. Now this next section, you can look at it a few different ways. You can say he's just going diatonic third, diatonic third, diatonic third, right? Which is a totally valid explanation or analysis or whatever you want to call it. I think there's something deeper happening there. I think he's enclosing this move. He's just taking the minor third and the root, and I think he's going D, B, C. He's enclosing it, right? Then he just plays the minor third up, and then encloses it again. Right, same two notes. B, D, and then finally lands on C, and then finally resolves the whole thing to A. I think that's a much hipper way of looking at it. Again, they're both correct technically, but I think that if you deal with it in this perspective, you can extrapolate that and create other musical moments based on this concept in other areas. So I think he's actually closing the note twice, adding a little third, and then finally resolving the whole thing. Do with it as you wish. But one more time, here's the lick. Now here's another thing. That's super awkward to play here. I usually play things a little bit more difficult than I need to, just, in order to work on my own dexterity. But it's much easier to play it here. So you can do something to resolve, basically what I'm getting at is if you learn a lick, learn it in different areas. Don't just get stuck to where you learn it and go, okay, cool, I got it. Get comfortable with it. So for example, like that chromatic moment, same thing. I put a string skip there just because I wanted to stay in this area. But in reality, you can do like the George Benson thing, where you slide down one string. We've all heard George Benson go like, sorry. He does that string thing where he just goes down one string. But you can apply that here in that chromatic moment, right? So you can go. So not only do you get this cool string sliding thing, but you also get to end it in a more comfortable area. Now, again, you should learn them both, but definitely just sorry. It's a much smoother approach. Not better, not worse, but definitely smoother. Yeah, 100%. Here's another thing. We've been dealing with this over A minor, but because it's got that Dorian thing, due to the 2-5 relationship, like that could also work over D dominant, right? It's totally a D dominant thing. So use it over like 7 chords. So for example, like let's say we're playing a minor blues. A minor blues in A, right? Right? And then we go to like an F7. Right? See how that works over the F7? So I'm basically playing like a C minor shape over F, right? Because that's that 2-5 relationship. See how that works? What if I had like a B minor 7 flat 5 or half diminished? I could play like a D minor shape, a minor third above, right? So over the B, I'd play a D minor. And guess what? The other thing is this. I don't have to like constantly move it in parallel. You should be comfortable playing this lick on a different string set. So I would actually play it here, starting from this D on the A string, not on our bottom string. I would go. Let me make sure I didn't get myself in trouble. Hold on. Right? Or play the other variation. You see how I'm fingering it differently? Get comfortable with all these variations so that you don't have to like skip in parallel, just know it on different string sets. So, you got this one lick, it works over the minor, it works over the dominant, right? It works over a minor 7 flat 5, right? So you can do all these different tonalities, all these different movements with just this one lick, and use parts of it, use the whole thing. But it's a very Pat Martino kind of sound, and if you like it, you should look into more of his stuff. He's an incredible artist. And once again, I'll put the GoFundMe link up and help a great musician out. Okay, I hope you're well. Bye-bye.